Hi, if you haven't seen my other videos, I'm Claire Ridgway, and on the 9th of September 2025, I woke up and my life had completely changed. I'd suffered sudden hearing loss or sudden sensorineural hearing loss in my right ear overnight, and it was accompanied with tinnitus and vertigo. Now, today, what date is it? It's 2.5 weeks, 3.5 weeks on. And this week, I actually went to have further tests. On Wednesday, the 1st of October, I went for some more tests. Now, this was as a result of me having to advocate for myself because I had finished my 2 weeks of high dose steroids, and I wasn't due to go and to have another hearing test or to go and see a consultant until the 16th of October, so 2 weeks with no treatment. And so I reached out to the private doctor that I'd seen originally, who'd been so helpful and had, in fact, really, he was responsible for me getting any treatment at all because he really stressed the urgency of the situation. I reached out to him and he said that I could go to his hospital, which is 2 hours away, but state health system. I could go to his department and they'd assess me all over again and continue my treatment. So I turned up there first thing Wednesday morning, had a bit of a wait, but not very long. I was assessed, and that meant quite a few different hearing tests, and also an tympanum oscillating test. They put a probe into your ear and just see how the membrane, the tympanic membrane, oscillates, something like that. Now, those tests showed that my hearing hadn't changed at all. It was still exactly the same as when I'd woken up that day with the hearing loss. The oral steroids had not worked at all. So they felt the next thing to try was intratympanic injections. Now, this is a course of 3 injections given over 3 weeks, once a week for 3 weeks, high dose steroids straight into the ear itself. So I had to lie down and sort of tilt my ear towards the consultant. He put local anaesthetic into my ear, and then injected the high dose steroids through. It goes through the tympanic membrane, so through your eardrum and into that sort of middle ear space. And it's the whole idea, I think, is to reduce sort of inflammation. And from what I've read, when given within a few weeks of the hearing loss, it has helped some people. So, I'm crossing my fingers and my toes and seeing. It's a few days, it's Friday today, and I had it done Wednesday. So, nothing yet. But after that injection, I had to remain still with my ear sort of like that. So my ear was up, the bad ear was up, to allow the kind of steroids to just sit in the ear. I was told not to swallow, not to cough, not to sniff, not to move my head. Being told not to swallow, not swallowing for 30 minutes. I couldn't not swallow. But swallowing, apparently, the steroids go down the eustachian tubes and kind of, they don't sit in the ear if you swallow. So who knows whether the steroids sat in the ear for long enough. And then after that, I was able to leave the hospital. I've got an appointment for next week to have the second one. I was in quite a bit of pain after the local anaesthetic kind of wore off. I'd got quite a lot of pressure in my cheekbone and my jaw, and so I took paracetamol and that fixed that. But that was quite nasty. But it's worth it, isn't it? I think I've got to know that I've thrown everything possible at this, that I've listened to the advice of the consultant and I've done everything I can. So it's definitely worth doing this course of steroid injections, and we shall see what happens over the next few weeks. see if my hearing comes back at all. Most people, from what I've seen online, anyone that has noticed a difference, it hasn't been a miracle, but it has been some hearing regained. So yeah, fingers crossed that that will happen for me. Anyway, I just wanted to update you. Thank you.